Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Steven, back with another video on Eau de Treasure, EDT. This is episode 67, and this is the first video that I'm doing for this channel in my new apartment. So this is the setup I have right now. It's not ideal, but I'm in this space right here. I don't have the kitchen table anymore. I'm not going to use the kitchen table to make my videos, and just to give you a quick glimpse of what's going on here. I just have a small, TV tray with my computer. I have this table I'm going to use to take pictures and videos of my fragrances. And this is kind of like a little living room here. And I got a little recliner and a small couch, and using this wall to watch videos on with the projector. Actually, this light has a projector in it. It's got a Bluetooth speaker and a projector. I don't know if you can see that. So I sit here with my girlfriend and watch videos, and then I just open up these tables and set this up. So it's not ideal for what I'm doing. I'm not going to be doing it this way forever. Just want to show you what I'm working with right now in the new apartment. I have I'm making an apartment video, a tour of the apartment. I'm going to post that on my other channel, and when I get that done, maybe I'll come back here and just put a card up above, up here, to show my apartment if you want to see the apartment that I live in here in Tokyo, Japan. All right, so let's get to this. Episode 67. This is Armani pour Homme Eau, or Armani Eau pour Homme, but this is a flanker of that. This is one that you might not have heard of, and one that unfortunately is discontinued. And I don't know if they're discontinuing all of them. I guess they are, because as I said in my videos, Armani Eau pour Homme is discontinued, and all the flankers, as far as I know, are as well. So can you tell me in the comments, do you know any fragrances where the flankers are still going on, but the originals have been discontinued? Can't think of any off the top of my head, but let's open this one up and tell you why this one's pretty cool. Uh-oh, this one got messed up. Okay. Now, I saw this online before, about a year and a half ago. I saw this and I bought one of them. This one came up, and it comes up, these are pretty rare here in Japan. So, as I usually say, the price is right. So I grabbed it. I'll tell you all about it and why this one is special. This is an interesting packing job. Just some crumpled up newspaper, and this thing is sliding around in the box. Not ideal, but it does have bubble wrap on it. All right. Okay, let's open this baby up. As you can see, the color is much different than the usual Armani Eau pour Homme. This one is a dark one. The other bottle is, I guess you can say, gold colored or amber colored. So this has the silver bottom, as the modern Armani Eau pour Homme has, and this kind of a cap. And here it is, Armani Eau de Nuit. So this is the flanker called Eau de Nuit, right? Water of the night, I guess that translates to. Let's look this thing over. There's the bottom. And I don't see a batch code on the bottom. Let me see. Oh, there's a batch code. Can you see it in the light here? 38M100. 38M100. How full is it? You can see here. It's almost full. It's almost right to the top there. It's like over 95% full. All right. So what is this? This is obviously, it's a flanker of Armani Eau pour Homme. You knew that. The reason why this one is great is for a few reasons. Number one, this is discontinued. This is a 100 ml bottle, by the way. It's discontinued. There are a couple other flankers. There's one called Eau de Cèdre. There's one called Eau de Nuit Oud. I haven't seen them for sale, but I've seen this one a couple times, as I said. This one smells very similar to another modern popular fragrance that has also been discontinued, but recently discontinued. Let me show you what that is. So this one smells very similar to this one, right? So if you follow the fragrance community, then you know exactly what this is. This is so overhyped. I wouldn't even say right now. For the past few years, this has been heavily hyped because this is Prada Luna Rossa Black. And the whole Prada Luna Rossa line, in my opinion, this used to be one of the best bangs for your buck. So these things, a 50 ml was somewhere around 30, 35 bucks on discounters, and the 100 mLs of these were like around 50, 55 bucks. And they smelled great. The original one and the flankers generally smelled wonderful. And I just thought for 50 bucks or for 30 bucks, these were a great buy. But this one in particular, people love because it has this vanilla powdery scent to it that's very different than what's out these days. And just people love it. But for me, I like it, and I recognize that it's a great fragrance. But I've tried it over and over and over again over the years, and I just don't get it. I just don't get why people think it's so awesome. I just like it. I don't get great performance from it. And I'm glad I have a bottle of it. I also have a full 50 ml. This is 100 ml. This is great. This is actually a tester that I recently got a few weeks ago. I was in a market district, a shopping district, walked into a fragrance store, and I asked the guy a question. The guy was very friendly, and he spoke some English. And I asked a question that most people probably never ask when they go into a store. I asked the guy, "Do you have any testers for sale?" And the guy said, "Actually, I do." And he pulled out a box of this little box with maybe 20 tester bottles in it of various condition. And I saw this one and my eyes lit up. And I pulled a couple out. I pulled like 4 Dunhill fragrances out. Dunhill Icon Elite, and I don't know, 2 other ones. And then this one. And I think I paid about 80 bucks for all of them, which I thought was overpriced, but I didn't want to bargain with the guy. I guess he didn't know how valuable this one is, or that it was, I think he knew it was discontinued, but I paid 10,000 yen, and this is worth, I just saw a 50 ml of this, a used 50 ml sell for 80 bucks. It sold for 10,000 yen. So this thing's probably worth at least 50, 60 bucks alone. So I'm glad I have it. Back to this one, guys. This one smells just like this one. And I don't mean exactly like it, but it's very similar. They both have this powdery vanilla type scent to them. And a couple years ago when I first got this and tried it out, I put a comment. I left a review on Fragrantica, and I said that this is similar to Prada Luna Rossa Black. And at the time, there's a reminds me of section where people put in what fragrances remind you of this one, or whatever one you're looking at. I said, I'm surprised that Luna Rossa Black isn't mentioned as reminds me of. Now, that was a few years ago. I went back, and now a lot of people have upvoted this as it reminds them of this. So this is discontinued now. The price is shooting up. I mean, 2 years ago, I bought and sold this one here in Japan like 5 times. I bought the bottle, tried it out, wasn't a fan, kept 5 ml in a decant and sold it. I did that like 3 or 4 times. I really tried to get into this one, and I just couldn't do it. It's good, but it's just kind of like nothing really special. And I couldn't sell this one used. I couldn't even sell it for 2,000 yen, which is 15 bucks. I couldn't even get 15 or 20 bucks for a 50 ml used bottle. Now people are buying a 50 ml used bottle, like I said, for like 80 bucks, 75, 80 bucks now. Just a year and a half, 2 years later. So unfortunately, this one's discontinued and this one is discontinued, and they both smell alike, and it's a shame. It's really a shame to lose these. I don't know of any other colognes that smell like this one yet, but you know that they're going to make some. They're going to make something. It's going to come out, but For now, I have about close to 150 ml of this one in various bottles and decants. I have a couple of these nearly full, so I'm glad to add this one and this one. I'm glad to add these to my collection. I just want to show them off to you. Maybe you haven't seen anything like this before, an Armani Homme flanker. So that's it. That's all I got for you for this first video in my new apartment. Please click the thumbs up. Give me a like if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you're interested in watching this, this hobby of mine unfold in these videos where I'm living in Japan and I'm finding all sorts of great discontinued, rare, vintage, and interesting fragrances, and I just buy them because I know that there's a value to them. It's really cool discovering them. I guess I should give myself a spray test, before I say goodbye. Let me spray this one and see how I feel about it. It wasn't even primed. Let's see. Let's do one on that hand, and let's do one of these on this hand, and see how I feel about it now, trying them out about 1.5 years later, after initially testing them hand to hand. I think the Prada is a little bit sweeter. Of course, this is the first impression. I mean, the alcohol's still evaporating off my hand. All right, coming back about 5 minutes later, I was just letting these dry down and giving them more accurate smell. This one is sweeter and a little bit stronger in my opinion, and this one is just kind of like a lighter version of this. Both really nice, to be honest. They are pretty cool and unique. I just don't get great performance off of this one, and I don't think this one performs that well either. And by performing well, I'm talking about over 4, 5, or 6 hours. I mean, more than that. Like, you can smell it the next day on your hand. Is that too much to ask? All right, what did I pay for this real quick? I think I forgot to mention that. So this was 5,000 yen, which converts to about 34 bucks. So I paid about $34 for this, and it's worth every penny. I looked it up online. I think it's worth 100 bucks, over 100 bucks. So that's it for now. Thanks a lot for coming, guys. And I'm actually going to do another video right now. I'm opening up another box, which by coincidence is also a pair of modern discontinued masterpieces. Modern, quote unquote, modern day masterpieces that are discontinued, that are nothing like these. Two completely different fragrances, but they're in the same box. Why not open them up and show them to you guys? Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.